in my fate today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war.
Stop 27 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Darlington, South Carolina. The track to tut the Tame, and it's a little different version of Darlington than when we were at for the Dodge Challenger 500 for the first of the season. This is the retro 1995 version of Darlington, so we are here today for the running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Gonna make a race here today, 37 laps around this 1.366 mile egg-shaped oval, and here's the starting line for today's running of this event. A pair of orange cars you see on the front row. It's Trent Dunham, the number 1 Bass Pro Shops Tracker boat Chevrolet. Has the inside of the front row for Second Motorsports, and beside him, Kev Shearer. He was second in the spring race here in the number 32 Tide Pontiac. Row 2 is Michael Turner, the number 88 Ford Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford Taurus on the inside. Beside him, Dylan Poteet, the number 22 Caterpillar Dodge, the winner of the first Michigan event this season. Then it's number 23 Smokin' Joe's Ford of Zach Austin as the inside of the third row, and beside him, Matt Delia, the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Then it's JT Bryant, winner of two of the races this season, both on plate tracks at Talladega and Daytona in the 400. In the All-Tel Dodge, car number 12, and beside him, the number 31 Lowe's Chevrolet, it's Corey Williams. Then it's number 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet. It is Zach Flickinger has the inside of the next row down, and beside him, the number 7 Exide Batteries Ford of William Brock, the winner at the first race at Pocono. Then it's Levi Shones, the number 01 U.S. Army Pontiac, the winner who nearly pulled it off at Richmond. Beside him, Joshua Collar, the number 43 STP Pontiac, the winner at California and at Riverside. Jeremy Jones, number 18 Interstate Battery Chevrolet, the winner of the race at Las Vegas, and beside him, the winner, the Tabasco Hot Sauce Pontiac, car number 35 of James Richardson. He's alongside. Then it's Nicholas Romero, the number 15 Hayes Modems Ford Thunderbird, the winner at the Rockingham this season, and the winner of the day race at Bristol. That is Dylan Young, the number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Then it's William Bedford, the number 00 Aquafresh Pontiac, the winner at the Atlanta race this season. Stephanie Carter is alongside the 26 Betty Crocker Cheerios Ford Taurus. Then it's Chris Dodd, the number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet, and beside him, Kyle Matthews, number 42 Melly Yellow Pontiac. He's alongside. Seth Cole, the number 13 Geico Chevrolet for NNSCRA Motorsports, has the inside of the next row. And Quentin Moore, the winner at Richmond, the Citgo Ford, car number 21. And here's the command to fire the engines here at Darlington.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Fans begin to fire the engines. We've got some racing here today on this tough egg-shaped oval. They said it's a track to tut the Tame. Well, about to find out here in 37 laps in this racetrack here at Darlington.
Hi, buddy. Nice long day. We're right here to support you. Get the best we can. Get a good finish out of it.
Field about gets set. The pace car looks up on the pit road as the field gets set for green flag racing here on this track at Darlington. Sorry for the skips that this thing is making. And the green flag waves, and we are underway here at Darlington. Out front, Trent Dunham, the number 1 Tracker Boat Chevrolet, has the lead as they come out of corner number 4. Kev Shearer running in second position. Third, trying to take third away. In fact, taking third away is Dylan Poteet. Michael Turner running in fourth spot right now. Fifth is Zach Austin as they come down the backstretch. Dunham has, I don't know if he has a win this season or not. I'm going to have to probably check back on this one here. I said again, sorry for the skips this Fraps is making on this racetrack at Darlington. just gonna give. I was just giving this track a try. Matt Dallio running in 6th position in car number 6 of Valvoline Ford. JT Bryant in 7th place there. There you see him in the Alltel Dodge. He won twice this season at Talladega and in the Air 199 and at the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Corey Williams in 8th position. Zach Flickinger running 9th, and 10th is Levi Shones. A lot of these drivers, some of these drivers in this top 5 are up, and some of the drivers in the top 10, actually in the top 5 in the points, well, top 10 in the points chase. I should say the only one actually is Trent Dunham. 2 of them actually, Trent Dunham and Zach Flickinger, are in the top 10 in the points chase, as is Joshua Collard. No, actually Collard's not in the top 10. He's running 12th at the moment. Excuse me. Check and see where your championship contenders are at. Here, there's Dylan Young running in 16th position. He had moved up a bit from his great finish at Bristol, and at the night race at Bristol. Currently sitting 26th in the points chase. Not a typical Dylan Young type season, but he has high hopes for this race at Darlington for sure for a good run. There's Kyle Matthews, who's currently right now sitting 3rd in the points chase. He is 20th at the moment, and he's the best among the 3 drivers in the top 3 spots in the points chase. And you say, where is Charles Sanford and Jessica Shelton, you ask? You have to go way back in the back to find them. And there they are. Sanford running 39th in this race. This race at number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. He was the winner of the night race at Bristol, and he came in this race 37 points ahead of Shelton, who right now, unfortunately for her, sits last at the moment. And Darlington has not treated neither one quite well, neither. Cooper Cyron, who won the spring race at Darlington, sits 40th at the moment in the FedEx Freight Chevrolet, car number 11. One of the 3 cars for Joe Gibbs Racing here. Two Chevrolets and a Pontiac. The Pontiac being driven by Dalton Day, in which there he is in the Home Depot car. He is right now 36, and he will be with the Dollar General colors next season as a Toyota in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. The Matt Kenseth colors. Zach Rogers, he right now sits 4th in the standings right now, and he is coming into this race, and he is 35th at the moment. Levi McIntyre for Rock and Wrestling Racing running 34th. He is sitting 8th in the standings coming in. So a lot of the drivers that are up there in the points chase are way back in the back, and some of the ones who are back in the standings actually is running up in the field. There's Joshua Osborne in the 10 car running. He broke into the top 10 after Bristol, running 10th in the standings at the moment in car number 10, the Tide Ford. And you're on board Joshua Osborne's car as he comes out of the 4th turn. Let's take a lap around Darlington and see what this kind of track is like. Head off in the 1st and 2nd turns here. Now this, on the old course, would be the 3rd and 4th turn. This on the recent course would be the 3rd and 4th turns. This would be the front stretch. And what was turns 3 and 4 in this variant would be turns 1 and 2 in the current variant. That last lap, over 182 miles an hour. Trent Dunham, by the way, continues to lead the race, by the way, in the number 1 car. And Johnny Gardner running one of his schemes he's going to be running next season. That's a Ford Fusion he's driving, carrying the retro 1987 Davey Allison colors in this race, and running just ahead of his buddy Quentin Moore in the Citgo Ford. Quentin was the winner at Richmond this season in that classic duel between he and Levi Shones for the race. And 2 wide right there near Kyle Matthews, going inside of Chris Dodd. And actually, Dodd had the high side working to his advantage. That's a bit unusual to have a high side work at Darlington. But he made it pay off, and Kyle Mendes dropping down to 20th position, right there ahead of his buddy Seth Cole. And Seth is another one who's up there in the points chase. Actually, he dropped out of the top 10 after a bad outing at Bristol. He's now 11th in the points chase coming in. Back to the leaders. It's still the two orange cars, Trent Dunham and Kev Shearer, who runs first and second at the moment. Shearer finished second at the spring race at Darlington. He hopes to move up at least one position to get his very first win in this series. Shearer has been in the top 15 in the points basically all season long, the top 15 to top 20, so he's had a solid year so far in the Tide Pontiac. And this is only his second season in the series. He first came back, I think, in season 13 in the series. And you remember he had that 90 car, which actually ran pretty bad for most of the year, but a better car he's got, at least right now in that Pontiac there, in that Tide machine for PPI Motorsports, and he is... Darlington, I don't know what it is about him and Darlington. He seems to run very well on this racetrack. But right now he has got Trent Dunham ahead of him, one of the best in the business in NR 2003. Actually, he's got two of the best in NR 2003. He's sandwiched in between Trent Dunham in the 1 and the 22 of Dylan Poteet. Poteet, another one of our in-car camera cars, as you now ride along with Dylan. And Poteet was the winner at the first race at Michigan this season. He hopes to try to find his way around both Shearer and Dunham as they come out of corner number 2. Staying single file formation at the moment down the backstretch. And Shearer pulls up on the back bumper of Dunham as they come through the third and fourth turns now. Very fast version of Darlington, I might say, too. And of course, they run about the same speeds on the default track at Darlington. Just past halfway home, there are 19 laps in the books. And actually 18 laps to go, rather. Sorry, my math is way off, but and a nice view of the spectator shot here at Darlington. Matt Dallio running in fifth position, right behind Michael Turner in the 88 car. They're single file for about, I think, the first 10 spots or so. And boy, Shearer's pulled up on the back bumper of Dunham, and he's trying to find himself a way around Trent. Bad news is it's actually a one-groove racetrack in some ways at Darlington, so it's hard to make a pass here. And that was our little crank it up session here at Darlington, South Carolina, as phone, actually the phone rang back at the office, so. But anyway, Kev Shear, we've been focusing on him a little bit here. So here, Trent Dunham running in second position, or running the leader right now. Shear is in second. No change among the leaders there, actually. No change among the entire field, so I tell you what, though, the way the points are right now, looking at the back of the pack, seeing as we got Sanford and Shelton 39th and 41st at the moment, McIntyre back in the 33rd position, 33rd spot. There's Marty Johnson at the 16 car to Daytona 500 champ running 30th. He had been on a slide in the points for a while. And just the opposite for this man, Noah Cars. He had made up a couple spots in the points the last couple races. So several drivers are, so I tell you the points as you'll see at the end of the screen in the video. I can about bet you there's going to be a big shake-up points-wise here after this race at Darlington. And then, boy, we got somebody up off the pace. Is that William Bedford in the 0-0 car? Now he's on the outside now of the 15 car, Nicholas Romero. And Romero gets around Bedford. Now Dylan Young tries his luck. So, yeah. Sanford, like I said, Sanford came in the leader. He is 39th. Shelton is 41st. She is second in points chase. This man, third in the points, Kyle Matthews. If they finish the way they are right now, he is going to gain a bunch of points on those two. And he is only, let's see if I get the math right, he is 33 behind Shelton for second in the points chase. So that's going to be, the top three is definitely going to tighten up after this race at Darlington for sure. Zach Flickinger running in 9th position. He is currently 6th in the standings. I think he's gonna gain a bunch too. So gonna be interesting to see how the points are gonna be after this race for sure. As we have now 7 laps to go. Trent Dunham has held them all off so far. Shear running in second position. Third right now is still Poteet. If they come down through the third and fourth turns, Michael Turner in fourth position. Fifth is Matt Dallio. Sixth, JT Bryant. Seventh is still Zach Austin. Corey Williams, 8th. 9th is Zach Flickinger. 10th is Levi Shones. Shearer has made no move on Dunham just yet. Question is where if they will make the move. Now I'm surprised really that nobody's even tried it yet. Truthfully, I mean this track here at Darlington, I don't know what it is about it. They get up to the back bumper, they just can't seem to try to make the move inside or outside, whichever way they want to go. And as I said before, we talk about points as well, though. I forgot to mention Trent Dunham leads the race right here, and he now sits 9th in the standings. So this would be a big pick-me-up for him in the points chase if he can go on to win this race. In which he will find out in 4 laps if he or Shear will go to victory lane. We'll check the lap speeds this time by between Trent and Kev. Trent, of course, will stick with this car next season. The Jamie McMurray colors, the Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet. 175.8 for Trent, 175.4 for Shear, but he appears to be closing up just a little bit. That appears to be closing up just a little bit right now. They kind of drop back, move up, whichever way you want to do it. We'll check it again this time by. 2 laps to go. 175, 510 for Dunham. Shear at 175, 735. So I think we might be fixed to find out what's going to happen on the final lap. There'll be the white flag this time by for Trent Dunham, the number 1, Tracker Boats, Bass Pro Shops, Chevy Impala. As he comes down through the 3rd and 4th turns, now the white flag waves. 1 lap remaining here at Michigan, or here at Darlington. Where are we, Bill? You big dummy. Shearer tries to close in on Dunham there. He's got 1 more shot through the 3rd and 4th turns now. Can he make it? Can he make the move through there? Shearer had to back up just a little bit. He apparently thought he got too close to Trent as they come out of corner number 4. And that's all she wrote. The Mountain Dew Southern 500 belongs to car number 1. Trent Dunham wins at Darlington as he takes home the Mountain Dew Southern 500 for Sega Motorsports. His, I think, first of the season. Well, like I said, we'll probably check back and see. But Trent Dunham wins the race here today. Kev Shearer, a strong performance coming in 2nd. 3rd, Dylan Poteet. 4th position to Michael Turner. And 5th place to Matt Dallio. Yeah, I might go back to the default version of Darlington for this. I mean, not that I don't like this version, but still. But a big day for Trent Dunham here. Caution free at Darlington. That's kind of unusual, but here average speed 180.095 miles an hour. 6th position was JT Bryant. 7th, Zach Austin. 8th, Corey Williams. 9th position is Zach Flickinger. And Levi Shones comes home in 10th position. So 2 of the drivers in the top 10 in the points chase actually finished in the top 10 there. That was Zach Flickinger and Trent Dunham. Here, Flickinger, as I said, came in 6th in the standings. Dunham came in 9th. So this will be big for those two. Big for Cav Shearer because he wasn't really far from the top 10 in points himself. He was 18 points out of 10th in 15th spots. So, like I said, the points will be at the end distributed at the end of this video. But I tell you what, this is going to be This is going to be a big shakeup, especially with the championship contenders finishing way back in the back in this race here today. 11th was William Brock, Joshua Collar, who came in 5th in the standings. He had a solid run, finishing 12th. 13th, James Richardson, who here 14th position was Jeremy Jones, Nicholas Romero. William Bedford, Dylan Young comes home 17th. 18th, Stephanie Gardner, Chris Dodd 19th. Kyle Matthews, 3rd in the points chase, comes home in 20th. In this race, so he finishes ahead of Boach, Shelton, and Sanford. So this is going to be, like I said, it's going to be interesting. Seth Cole comes home 21st, 22nd, Johnny Gardner, 23rd, Quentin Moore, Ryan Madden, 24th, 25th, Joseph Romero, 26th, Jesse Turner, Joshua Osborne, 27th. He was 10th in the standings coming in. John Arndt, the Coca-Cola 600 winner, comes home 28th. And there's where you'll find some of your big names back in the back. Noah Carr's 29th. Marty Johnson 30th. Luis Hernandez 31st. Dallas McIntosh. Levi McIntyre 8th in the standings coming in. Came home 33rd. Austin LaPlante 34th. 35th, Zach Rogers. He was 4th in the standings coming in. Dalton Day 36th. 37th, Ryan George. 38th, Zachary Fitzwater. Championship leader Charles Sanford comes home 39th. Cooper Siron comes home 40th. And she is not going to be pleased with this run. I can about darn well guarantee you that. But she's not going to be pleased with this last place run. Jessica Shelton, who was 2nd in the points chase coming in. So a wild and wacky day at Darlington, I will say for sure here, considering where they finished in this race for sure. But again, our congratulations to Trent Dunham, Sega Motorsports, winner of the Mountain Dew Southern 500 at Darlington, South Carolina. As we head for our next stop on the tour, which will be at Richmond International Raceway as we get down to the final stretch of the season. And until then, this is James Qualls, and it's been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 5 years of offline racing at its best.
Becky, do you have any now.